Hey, Incredible HC Kids team. I'm here today to walk you through our new kids curriculum. So, if you look on the side in Planning Center just like before, you will see the lesson outline and small group lessons for your area. So, please make sure that you've looked at everything that applies. So, for K to 4, you'll have your lesson outline and your small group. As well, pre K, you will have your one lesson outline there. Please go ahead and open those up when it's your turn to serve, and let's walk through them together. So we are following a really similar format to something you're already familiar with, just with some new content and a few new steps or new names for things. So as kids come in, they will be checked in, and that's that chance to hang out. They will do the activities that are in your area, whether that's Lego or coloring or activities that you have in your space. And then there's a countdown video. This video will serve as a great cue for our kids to know when it's time to transition to service. It'll be new to them at first, but I'm sure after a few weeks, they will start to know that video as an opportunity to start cleaning up and transitioning. Once all your kids are settled in their lesson area, their large group lesson area, please take time to introduce yourself. If you're excited about the topic, the kids are going to get excited about the topic. So really bring enthusiasm to your welcome and to your introduction of the message. Then there is question of the day. This is a great way to get kids talking and thinking about what they will be learning. Give them time to talk with each other and even share answers. Then we move on to game time. Now, different from our Minute to Win It games, there isn't a game instruction video. There is game instructions and slides that will help you explain the game, but it will be your job to come prepared and ready to lead that game and understand how the game goes. In our K-1 room, our classroom game adaptation here will probably be the better fit. The large group game will be great for our kids' auditorium. The game does connect to our lesson. So take that time to get the connection and then move on to worship and memory verse. Our worship videos do have actions, so don't feel like you have to lead worship. If there are core kids in your room that are comfortable with the songs, please encourage and invite them to come on the stage or to the front of the room to lead. However, core has been off for the summer, so they may be not quite ready till they're back into core classes in the fall. Also, please take this time in worship to make sure you're worshiping with your kids. I know there's things that you can be getting ready or getting cleaned up from, but really take this time to be with your kids, to engage in worship with them, and to really set that example. For our memory verse, there is an action video. But after you've watched the video and gone through it with your kids, please take time to explain the memory verse to them, and feel free to do it in other ways. Do it silly, do it loud, do it quiet, use different voices. Really get the kids saying it over and over again, and also make sure they have an understanding of what the memory verse is. Reminder that when the kids can say the memory verse independently, they do earn a super buck. Then we go into our Bible story. Now, there is a few videos that you will play during this time, as well as an opportunity in between videos to talk with the kids and connect and re-engage them. So our first one will be a Bible story. The Bible story video is something that'll look really familiar to the kids, and they're super engaging and interesting videos. After that, take time to explain, talk through the video, and transition to the teaching video that happens with Pastor Steve. Not from our church, it is a different Pastor Steve, so the kids might get a kick out of that. But please take time to transition to that lesson video. That is this pastor teaching piece. And also in between each one with these objective slides and things like that, take time to talk to your kids about what's in the videos. We don't want them just passively watching and moving on. We really want them to dig deeper into their understanding. So please take the time to understand through your outlines here what the teaching objective is, so you're ready to engage it with your kids. Then we move into huddle groups. This is what we call small groups. So you will explain to kids what the huddle group is going to be, where they're going to go, and pray over all the kids together before you break them up into their small groups. When they go to huddle groups, now as a small group leader, you will want to go through this piece as well. In our kids' auditorium, they break up into grades 2, 3, and 4 between the curtains. In our K and 1 room, our kindergartens can stay on the side with the TV, while our grade 1s will go where the tables and the smartboard are on the other side. Once you've broken up into small groups, there is a reinforcement activity, something fun and engaging to help them transition well into their new space. Then there's a chance for you to review what they learned. There'll be questions that touch on the Bible story as well as things that will help them reflect and make the message personal to them. So take time to really talk this through with your kids, as well as to ask them the weekly challenge question. This is something that they can discuss together, as well as something we can encourage them to talk to their grown-ups at home, their friends, and their families about, so that we are continuing to connect with them throughout the week. Finally, take time to wrap up and pray with your kids. We want to be intentional about praying over each and every one of our kids each and every week. So take that time to connect, ask if they've got any prayer requests, and just pray God's blessing over all of our HC kids. Finally, there's the memory verse activity. This is something that will help them continue to learn and practice and get to know their memory verse. And this is an activity that can be done over and over until parents are ready for pickup. So that is the new curriculum outline. I know the kids are going to love it. I know it's going to be great for our environments. And as always, if you have any questions, please let us know.